Part 2. Verdant Wind. Guardian Moon. The Alliance Leader's Ambitions. Claiming the monastery at Garreg Mach as its home base, the Alliance army joins forces with the Knights of Seros. Together, they begin to take up arms against the Adrestian Empire.
Good work, Hilda. You didn't do much manual labor, but you managed to bring the knights into compliance with
Well,
the monastery.
alright. Well, it's been like 1 month or two after the last time I played this game.
Thank you so much for
Well,
your
at least
restoration.
like 2 months since the last time I recorded the last video of this game.
I'm told you even routed the bandits.
So I figured I might as well commentate over it because this game is too long and it can be a bit boring to watch without explanations, especially on this difficulty.
Let's be realistic. Wouldn't it be better for the Alliance
Well,
to eventually submit?
So far I'm in chapter 14, I think. It's chapter 14. It's the first map after the time skip. Well, the second map after the time skip.
Actually,
And, well, blah 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 story.
the Empire begs
I already played this game many times. I'm just leaving like the text for people that haven't played it.
Garreg Mach is situated in
Uh,
the center of Fodlan, both geographically
well,
and spiritually. We want to secure this location while the Empire is still
it's the Golden Deer story,
The Empire
and
doesn't see this place as important at the moment.
I mean this is my favorite house.
But if we
The characters are great. Gameplay wise, they're very strong units. The strongest units in the game, by the way, outside of like one or two. The strongest units on their class.
Well now, that's a just cause anyone could get behind. What's more, here we are, working alongside the legendary Knights of Seros. It smacks of divine providence, doesn't it? Can you feel it?
I have heard what you have
So
to
much text.
say. And you, Professor? Where do you stand?
Okay, let's find Lady Rhea. There are no funny options in this game.
With the help of the Alliance, the Archbishop said if anything should happen to her, that we should entrust the affairs of the Church to you.
I haven't played in a long time, so I don't exactly remember how the maps go.
Is that acceptable, Claude?
But I shouldn't have too much problem anyway.
Reassuring that having both teach and the
I
Knights on our
used to
side
basically,
will stop the Emperor and her reckless ambitions.
well, maps never gave me any challenge on this game, even on this difficulty.
Hey, Professor. I think you've been working too much lately. The battle's gonna keep going with or without you, but you're the one doing the most out there. It's real impressive how you can focus on giving orders and fighting. I don't think I could do both in the same battle. I see you running all over the place, even after the battle's over. I just don't want you to wear yourself out. Oh yeah? As soon as you say you're fine, that's when it hits you.
This takes too long.
Professor, but don't you think some folks might be taking advantage of you? Claude keeps asking you to do things, but you never say no. Like when you gave that speech to the troops. That didn't seem like something you wanted to do. I know you gotta follow orders on the battlefield, but you shouldn't have to do things off the battlefield if you don't wanna. What do you mean? Like studying? Sure, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but that was to keep my little sis fed. I had good reason for it. The same, huh? I think I get what you mean. You do things you don't want to do for the sake of everyone else. That's real noble of you, Professor. I guess I can't get in your way if you're doing it for the right reasons. Okay then. I'm gonna keep trying to do my best. But now, I'm gonna do it for you. My little sis is important to me. But you're real important too. I always work hard for the people who matter to me. And having more of them in my life just means I gotta work even harder. What do you think?
I think that's okay.
Really? I wasn't expecting you to say that. You're gonna make me blush. We gotta keep working hard together then. At least until this war's over. I'll work to make sure you don't collapse from exhaustion. You got nothing to worry about, Professor. I've been training non-stop. I got your back, no matter what.
Well, this is after the time skip. I don't think I want to reclass anyone yet. These are all my units. I don't have any battles. Support. Oh, too much support. Well, I guess it's a little too late to start explaining things in here because this is like 13 chapters right after the start of the game, but well, in this difficulty you have to min-max every unit that you are sure you're going to use. You need to min-max your, well, your everything, the skills you want to make, you want to use, the weapons, the classes. You have, if you want to play this difficulty, you have to know what to do exactly from the start, because you can get soft lock in several maps, especially in the last map and chapter 13, which is very tough.
I mean, he's dragged the knights into this. Don't worry about it.
And
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Could you do me a favor?
well, this is the time skip. Most of the boring parts are already over. I'm just going to watch the supports, so my units get extra supports from each other, like extra hit, extra damage avoidance, etc.
And the trees bear fruit.
And
It's the earth itself that gives us.
well, I feel like this game is kinda long because I left the cutscenes and all of that. Otherwise I will be like by the end game right now, just skipping cutscenes.
Oh, it's just you, Lawrence.
Oh, well, what can I say? I mean, I already watched the story many times, so I don't really need to see that. But
Ouch! You don't hold back, do you?
well, now that I'm in the time skip, I guess everything I'll start to do is just like maxing my skills. The skills you're going to use, because you can't max everything on one run.
It seemed to me that you were praising the land. But is it not the goddess who nurtures the land? Should your praise not go to her instead?
This is kind of boring to me
You really are a photo.
because I've seen this many times before.
Certainly. Aren't you?
I'm not quite the same, no. Though noble blood flows within me, it can't change who I am at heart.
Pardon? I think you had best clarify.
Listen, Lawrence. You have
Well,
been
this
listening
route
to
has
me
the
for
best
a
final
while.
boss and the best final boss track. I mean, the the best final boss track too.
What's this all of a sudden? That is not
I mean, what can I say? It's already like 14 chapters, 13 chapters in the game. So this difficulty is very hard. In fact, it's actually hard because
You're no thoughtless predator.
well, at the start of the game on this difficulty, it gets very tough because you have nothing to work with.
to rule well
As the game progresses, you start getting more skills, more weapons, and
a great deal.
if you know what you're doing,
Suffice, I observed you
it basically the game turns. If you know what you're doing, the game is like
necessary to govern.
you start to feel less and less the difficulty.
About as rare as a deer standing on its
It
hind
becomes
legs.
more standard as you progress.
Statement of
if you know what you're doing, of course.
The future of the Alliance.
So this is going to be a bit long because I'll probably, since I don't have to watch after the supports, there's not too much to watch.
That in mind.
Like once you complete all the supports, usually whenever a new month in the game starts, you just go around running, maxing skills,
Tell me you intend to die in this
and that's it. You just go around every day using your points to max skills
First you compliment
until you get to the map, because there's no more cutscenes, no more supports to watch.
No, I'm not going to die.
And basically after these supports, I'll just
The Alliance anymore.
like, let's say, be able to speedrun most of the game, because I'm just going from map to map, battle to battle.
Don't you think?
Like most of the game, most of the time you're going to use in the game is just going using supports,
I guess I shouldn't take
watching
Lawrence
supports
away
and
from
doing all,
so much.
well, many quests.
Really
In
though,
fact, there's not too many quests in the timeskip.
we're going to need men like you in the age.
There's very few quests, in fact. So it makes the second part of the game like just running around, using points to get skills and going straight to the map, which is nice because watching support after support can get a bit boring. I mean, at least for me, that I already completed the game many times.
Over here.
Lysithia, are you up late studying again?
You can change the outfits of the characters. You can even change their appearance. I mean, all of them are grown up on this second part. But if I go to my room, I can change their, let's say, their skin, so they will appear as in part 1 when they were younger.
Personal pressure on myself. I need to
You
become
can
a
get
strong
extra DLC outfits, which I don't have because
When I met with Count Ortega,
the DLC wasn't too appealing for me.
but he also
Like, it
said
was
he's
kinda
had
expensive,
concerns that you might be pushing
and
yourself.
it's only cosmetics, and bad cosmetics at that.
Surely you should start
I don't remember though if
That's true.
I don't remember if there's only one pack or two.
Save your
I
energy
think
for
one
tomorrow's
pack
battle.
was only cosmetics and the other pack was the story, like the story
Despite the
maps.
impression you give off,
Or I don't remember if that's all in one pack.
I probably don't have much room to come down.
But you don't get anything special. It's just to watch like a little bit more of the story.
Treat you like a child.
Mm,
That is
let's say,
absolutely not what
well,
I
you get a bit more of story
said.
from
Earned a small degree of
certain
respect.
characters that didn't appear before,
Just think about it for a second.
and you can use all I think you can use all units in that DLC. Like, you can use all 3 lords in one,
Take it however you like. Or
well, in one battalion, let's say, in one map, in every map, I think.
God, don't do anything you might regret. I don't want to be turned to dust.
I'm feeling generous.
And
So I'll let you
well,
off easy this one time.
Well, that's good of you. All joking aside, go get yourself some shut-eye, okay?
well, I mean, I think this is the best route out of all of the three houses,
You.
because it has the best final boss, it has the best units. Basically they are the ones that defeat the true final boss, quite literally. Unlike the red and blue houses, which only fight each other at the end, you end up fighting the true final boss on this route.
Weird childhood stories.
But that means, since this house is more neutral to the conflict that's going on, you don't see too much of the blue and red houses battle, like the fight between Edelgard and Dimitri. Like, there's not too much of that in this route. Whereas if you pick either the red or blue house, like the entire conflict revolves around red versus blue,
You know, I never thought
which is good, of course. But I feel like this route is better because you're basically like fighting the true antagonists
well, you're always fake crying, aren't you?
and the true final boss too,
Eyed to make people
which is like the best final boss in
What? You're awful.
the game, and one of the best final bosses in the franchise.
but I can spot real tears
because every final boss in Fire Emblem is it's always giant dragon, and that's it.
Understand me so well.
And it gets boring after a while. Like every Fire Emblem game, every final boss in every Fire Emblem game, it's always giant dragon at the end. In all games except
A handful of times. Like when you're talking to the professor.
I think
Come on, Hilda. You hit me
in
right
6, in
I'm not so different from you in that way.
9 or 10,
How did you come to realize that? Have you been watching
and
me that closely?
I'm afraid so. My eyes seem to wander
And
toward you.
this one, I guess, only like 3 Fire Emblem games out of all 18 games don't have a giant dragon at the end.
Forgetting isn't something this crafty brain of mine is capable of.
To be honest, I don't remember.
Wander in your direction
I
too.
think the final boss in 5
Got your fake cry.
is some dude, some magician dude. The one in 6, it's some king, I think. I don't remember.
Interested in my family. Besides,
And the one in 9 or 10, it's some guy in a dragon. Some
my parents, I think you'll understand.
well, I don't remember.
Might come
but
as a bit of a surprise.
Every final boss is it's always giant dragon.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious.
Well then, if neither of us changes our minds before the opportunity presents itself, let's agree to go visit my home together.
Although, if it's a long journey, my brother might not be too happy.
These supports carry on forever.
Crack.
These are the ones that make the video so long. Because if I was only showcasing the maps, like I'll be able to complete the map in like, I don't know, 40 minutes or less. Well, since this is maddening difficulty, yes, I'd say it will take around 40 minutes or so. Maybe 50 minutes.
At any rate, I've done everything I can to prepare.
That's the right attitude. I'm sure they're doing all they can on their side, too.
I don't doubt it, but however strong they are, it's no more than a Fodlan concern. Who knows how far this world extends beyond the boundaries of Fodlan? Talk of strength or weakness doesn't amount to much when it's only in relation to a tiny corner of the world.
Guess you're right.
This is probably one of the best written characters too, Cloud.
Exactly. It's nothing more than an internal...
Well, Dimitri is
Typical laid-back Claude.
well written too, but
Perspective on the world is so refreshing.
it depends on your perspective of good
The way
character,
you think, that changes the way you see things.
on what they want to do too, because Dimitri only talks about revenge and revenge and revenge.
Doubt yourself first.
But the way he changes in the story is really cool.
Looking past the walls of Fodlan, when it's all we can see
And
from
Cloud grows up too.
Wanna know?
Like he grows as a character.
do.
Like almost every unit, in fact all units grow as characters in the game.
War is won,
Maybe except Edelgard.
it'll be easier for me to show
She just becomes dumber and dumber.
Show me. Are we going somewhere?
But let's not talk about her,
distance. You'll start to
because her route is the worst.
Sounds eye-opening. I'll look forward to it. Can we call it a promise?
Yes, it's a promise. But first, let's win this war and leave it far behind us.
Okay, so many supports in here. But you really need the supports, especially on this difficulty.
Not bad.
It gets extremely hard if you don't have supports.
Shamir, what a rare treat for you to start a conversation for a change. It's not possible you came to ask for my help with something. Could it be you want to become closer friends?
Don't flatter yourself.
No, I don't think so.
Cool. You could have at least hesitated a beat before answering.
Last we spoke, you were questioning whether or not you belong here.
You remember that, do you? Well, yes, I do think this is where I belong. For now. I have things that I want to achieve, and I can only do that by staying right where I am. That said, once I've
Oh, okay, so these supports carry on forever.
I'll stay or leave. I might end up searching for another place to belong.
That is true for most people. Life would be tedious if we knew what lies ahead. Whether or not you belong in a place can change at any time. As soon as you settle in somewhere new, you begin to question your decision.
That's true. I guess trying things out and searching for our own path is what life is about.
Well, I guess this is a conversation between the best archers in the game.
Even if it's just a temporary coincidence.
Well, Claude is the best archer in the game in terms of utility, but Shamir is the best archer in the game in terms of being an archer, because she has such a high rate, such a high skill. Well, literally, such a high skill, like the skill stat point. She's the unit that has the highest hit rate in the game too, with the correct supports. So she's basically my archer in my team. Cloud is my lord, and Shamir is my archer. She gets the highest hit rate in the game, and that means she's the flyer killer. Because flyers in this game, like Pegasus Falcon Knights, they have some insane in this difficulty. They have some insane dodge, some insane avoidance. To the point you cannot hit them with anything unless you have an extremely high hit rate and the weapon advantage, which is very hard if you don't optimize your units. Shamir is my designated flyer killer. She never struggles with killing flyers. She always gets 100% hit rates against him, because that's how I usually build her. Like, I build her exactly to be a flyer killer. Like, having high hit rate, I give her all the those stat booster skill items, and I give her forge bows, so she can get extra hit rate from bows. And Lycitia is the designated mage. She can destroy, well, everything. But well, she can just destroy everything. Even other magic units. Like, she just dabs on the magical defense of other mages, and that's like super hard to do on this difficulty. But she just doesn't care. But she doesn't have any defense or HP, so most enemies will kill her in 1 or 2 hits. Most of the time in 1 hit. So you'd have to be careful with her. I usually build her by giving her extra boots that permanently increase mobility, and giving her special stuff that increases her range by like two tiles, I think. So she ends up being like a 1/5 attack unit. Like, she can attack from tile 1 to tile 5 and move 6 squares. Like, she can move 6 tiles per turn. But I have in her inventory 2 special rings. I have one ring that increases mobility by 1, which is the one I use to move her. I equip her with the ring that increases mobility at the start of every turn. Like, every time I'm going to move her, so she ends up moving 7 tiles per turn. And whenever I'm going to attack, I use the other ring. I mean, I don't remember the names of the rings, but it's a ring that increases hit rate by 10 points. So she ends up moving 7 tiles per turn, and attacking at range 1 to 5 with an extra 10 points of hit rate, depending on the kind of spell you're using, because every spell has different hit rates too. And here we have Raphael, which is my brawler, let's say brawler war master, which is a new class for this game. They use their fists to fight, and this kind of class is broken too. Like, they're so good. Raphael is the best brawler in the game. Well, I think Balthus, the DLC unit, is better, but I think they differ. I haven't really used Balthus because I don't have the DLC, but Raphael is the best brawler you can get in the base game. Like, he has some insane strength, and I usually build him around strength, decent defense, depends on the RNG, and high crit. So by the end of the game, like he just crits everything with insane strength, and this class can hit twice at the beginning of the game. Like this class has like some sort of brave effect of brave weapon effect, in which they can attack twice in a row at the start of their turn. And he can basically kill mages. He can basically kill almost every unit in one go too, because of the build I'm going to use on him. But he doesn't have any resistance, which means mages can like kill him in 2 or 3 shots. I'm going to raise his defense too, because depends on the RNG, sometimes he doesn't get defense, but he has very high HP, so he can tank some units too. Since he's going to be usually slow, I'm going to give him a shield. That means he can tank some units with his decent to good defense and extremely high HP. And since he he can kill heavy units, no problem. So he will be attacking 4 times either mages or heavy units.
Oh, calm yourself. What is it that you're drawing?
Lawrence. Well, first things first, I'm not going to use Ignat. That's why I bench him in the first part of the run, and I'm not going to use him again. I had to use him forcefully in the last chapter, but I'm not going to use him ever again for the rest of this run, because he isn't as good compared to the usual team I craft. Let's say I craft. Like I'm doing a maddening, I'm doing a no new game plus maddening golden deer run, and like I'm not recruiting characters from other houses. I just got the church units, which doesn't count as house recruitment. Well, the church units aren't that good either, except Shamir, which is like the best archer. Catherine is good too. Well, I mean, the church units are good, but you have to build them. But well, it depends on your views. Like Felix is the best. Many people say that Felix is the best sword master, but it's depending on the stats. Like Catherine has high strength and high to good speed, depending at which time you recruit her. I think I recruit her. I don't remember if I recruited her early or late. Because if you recruit her at the very last map before the time skip, she gets better stats. She gets better speed, but I don't remember when I recruited her. Okay, it's getting close. And this is Lawrence, the Supreme Gentleman Lawrence. He isn't the best unit either. I made him a cavalier. He's basically going to be my impregnable wall bot. Impregnable wall is a battalion that you use on your allies, and when you use it on allies, they get like some sort of special effect where they don't receive any damage. Every damage they receive for the rest of that turn when you use impregnable wall, it's always going to be 1, depending it's always going to be 1. Like if you use impregnable wall on your units and enemies attack them, they're going to make only 1 damage to your units. So you can use that to tank enemies and draw them near to you. But at the same time, your units will only deal 1 damage per attack. But it's worth it, because that battalion it's really good, and well, in this difficulty we're going to use it a lot. Like, it's a must for maddening to have this battalion.
You pay so much attention to people's lineage and status.
And Lawrence, outside of that battalion, I'm going to use him to deal chip damage to enemies, so strongest units can kill them. And I'm going to reclass him to Dark Knight, because where he shines the most is as a mage. Oh, finally. And well, where he shines the most is as a mage.
Do you have time for a request?
Now that the supports are over, well, there are two more between Violet and between the Smash guy and Cloud and Shamir.
My brain's just busy. Thoughts keep going
What was I saying about well, Lawrence is just shines better as a mage.
gaze up at the stars to clear my head.
And Cloud is the Lord. He's wonderful as a unit, especially because he flies, and he has a very strong skill on his special weapon. Has a strong battalion.
Maybe that's because the night sky took their place.
It's a good unit overall. Violet, which is my unit, it's probably one of the best, if not the best unit in the game, because you can build him however you want. If you want to make him fast, strong, with defense, a mage, he works.
That's why people who were around me when I was growing up.
Sorry, he works like
But I don't believe that
in any build.
cowards.
The way the way I crafted my Violet is I made him to be a dodge tank unit, crit unit. That means my Violet has very low defense and very low to decent HP, but he has very high strength and speed. And speed is useful for dodging enemies. Like my Violet is going to act as a bait, let's say as a bait to drown enemies to my other units. Since my Violet has a lot of speed and dodge, that means I will be able to avoid most of the time enemy attacks, regardless of who is attacking me, unless I have the disadvantage, of course. Like, for example, flying Pegasus, flying knights, I won't be able to dodge those because they're going to attack me regardless. Like, the weapon disadvantage gets very crazy, but basically every other unit I can tank, except enemies with lances. My Violet, like, it's a dodge tank crit unit, so I'll be able to dodge and one-shot most enemies because my critical hit rate on my Violet, it's very high. I will usually have like 50 plus crit rate to every enemy unit in the game from now on, except a few ones, and that's really important on maddening because on this difficulty enemies have so much luck that it will be in this run it's basically impossible to crit enemies because they have such high luck. So if you want your units to crit enemies, you'll have to build them exactly like to crit enemies. You'll have to build them in a way so they can crit. Like, not every unit I have will have more than 5, at most 5 points of critical rate on enemy units. And now I'm going for Shamir. Like, the rest of this run is, now that I've seen almost all supports in the game, the rest of these videos, this golden deer run is just going to be running around, raising my skills and going from map to map, which will make it less boring. I mean, I know the first 23 videos were boring, but I really needed to build, like, to farm those skill points, those skills, because if you don't farm Like if you don't farm all of these skill points, all of this weapon proficiency on students and on your unit, the game becomes basically impossible to beat, because the enemies on this game, on this difficulty, are no joke. Like they can one-shot you, or they can two-shot you, because to start enemies will usually attack you twice, and you won't be able to deal too much damage to them either. So this difficulty, you have to know what you're going to do from the start. Like you really need to do. Well, every maddening lunatic difficulty in Fire Emblem games, you have to know what to do from the start, because it's such a high difficulty gap from hard to lunatic maddening. Like your units get destroyed immediately. You have to know what to do.
Up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry though.
And I'm going to, well, Shamir is the best archer in the game. I'm going to obviously keep using her. I'm going to make her a bow knight, so she has mobility, and well, mobility is the best. She's going to lose just a little bit of hit rate when she reclasses, but it's worth it. She's going to keep being the unit with the highest hit rate anyway. She's going to be able to keep one-shotting flyers. And you have to make the quests too. By making quests, you get extra points, like extra renown, and you can use that renown to get extra boosts for your units. And I'm going to show you the renown thing on this place. Like there are some statues on this on the monastery, on this part, and I don't remember what was he going to do, because these are the statues. You can get extra boosts in here, like getting extra experience from battles, which is a must on this difficulty. Getting more skill points from, like, when you're teaching and when you're raising your skills, like lance skills. Experience, extra points, bow skills.
This one?
Well, I'm going to use it to give it an advantage to Shamir. And Raphael, experience plus 5%.
See you again soon.
Okay, I should be able to get the extra renown I need to increase my, like, to get that extra boost in experience by completing this quest. Deliver the resources.
You're a sweetheart.
Renown increased. So every time you complete a quest, you get renown increased. Or when you complete a paralogue, I think even by completing like story maps. I have to catch some fish for this quest. To be honest, I don't remember. Catch the mysterious fish. Oh, and I have to make some I almost don't have bait for the fish. But this is a big fish, because it has very high HP. Oh, I'm missing. Oof, that was close. This must be the fish from the quest, because it took such a long... Oh, I wanted to leave. Wait, this one is red. This one is weird too. It's a rare fish.
You've done me a great
Okay,
service.
so yes, it was that one. And now I'm going to save, because don't want to go through that support thing anymore. And I'm going to raise my skills. Goals. Well, they are called goals on this place, on this game. Basically, the skills, the goals are the weapon proficiency that you need to increase to gain extra boosts, extra hit rate, extra damage, which you're really going to need for this difficulty. Like for example, I need Cloud. When he gets like the flying proficiency at A+, he gets like an extra boost in dodge. Like there are so many skills. How can I explain it? Because it's too much. Everyone seems to be quite happy. Let's say that happy meter is what you need to use to well, let's say to increase the weapon proficiency of every other unit. And I'm going to, by eating these meals, you can increase the, let's say, the happiness, the how is it called on this game? I don't remember. Oh, that's right. You have to be careful on this difficulty on your resources, because well, I should go. Where's Marianne? Here. You can run out of resources, and if you run out of resources, you won't be able to like have meals, and those are the best you can use to increase their, well, their happiness. Like here they can teach you, like she can teach me white magic, for example. I can give her some flowers to increase her happiness, for let's say. Like you have to optimize everything on this run. I guess I should go for Lawrence and Leonie. And yes, Lawrence and Leonie. Flame too. So yeah, this is tedious. This is kind of tedious to do, but you really need to do this on maddening, or you die. Like it's for real. You die. There's Flame, and I need to go to Leonie. She's at the training grounds.
It's all a court, so do your best.
And gifts.
Thanks.
Now only Lawrence, right? Where is Lawrence? It's here.
Professor, I have written there is not but by staying I will be able to influence the course of the natural.
And gifts, I'm going to give him another flower.
How kind.
Now I have to what's my proficiency? Like abilities. This is my status. I need to increase my alert stance. I need to increase my my authority is fine. What I need to increase is my sword proficiency and my flying proficiency. So I can deal, if you get S+ on the sword proficiency, you get a skill that boosts +5 in extra damage, which is what I really need to be doing, to be using, because my character is like a dodge tank. My character is like a high attack, high dodge, high crit rate, but low defense character. Like I have 17 points of defense. That's really bad on this difficulty. But I have 35 points of strength. I have a quite decent amount of skill, speed, charm. Charm is important to use battalions and to not get wrecked by battalions too. So I need to increase my flying proficiency. Manuela is one of the characters that increases stat proficiency. Like, she can teach me the flying proficiency, but depending on on the class of your units and their proficiencies, it's the kind of let's say a subject they can teach you. Like Setet can teach me how to fly too.
Please do not abandon. Thank you.
Like, he can teach me how to fly here. And Manuela is another one. Flying. Once I get that B proficiency to A+, I'm going to increase my dodge even more, which I'm really going to need. Let's see. I think it's depending on the class of the unit. I don't really remember. Ah, Cloud can teach me how to fly too. That's nice. That means I can get like 3 different boosts, let's say, in flying every time I'm in every week I'm at the monastery. Hilda doesn't teach me. I really haven't looked it up how that works, but that means I can get 3 extra boosts of flying each week.
Professor, a pleasure to see you.
And here we have Edna Krabappel, but anime version.
I've never been very good at praying. I was here to confess my foolishness.
Manuela is a decent, I guess, a decent healer. Decent will be the best word. She makes quite a good. She makes a good assassin too, but like probably the best assassin in the game is Petra, because of her insane speed. Like, she has the highest speed stat at the start of the game, I think, and she has like a like her growth rates. She has I think a 75% or a 50% increase in speed each time she levels up. So she always gets almost 1 point of speed each level up. But she doesn't have any defense and she doesn't have any strength. Like, you can have you can be at endgame in Crimson Flower route. You can be at endgame and Petra will have like 20 points of strength, 24, which is really bad because she won't be dealing any damage to any enemy. Like, she'll be dealing like 5 to 7 points of damage to each enemy by the end game, which is really bad.
A girl can tell a lie when she hears one. I suppose I can be a bit. I do have a but I've always heard fellas, you know, like a woman with a few flaws. Seems to me there are plenty of flawed girls who have landed themselves a good man. So maybe my trouble is I'm not imperfect enough. Do you think I could use a few more flaws? Are you saying I'm perfect as I am? Come now, you'll make me blush.
Finally. Okay. So now I increased my points of, well, let's say my flying proficiency, and I'm going to increase my sword proficiency. Catherine is one of the ones that teach me sword proficiency, like sword classes, let's call them.
And Lady, know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea. Good.
Sword. And who else teaches me swords? I think, well, Manuela is one, but I'm going to be learning how to use I'm going to be learning flying instead. So wait, what's my bow proficiency? I have my bows at D+, which isn't good. I'm going to increase my white magic instead. So I can have the class I have Violet in. It lets you use both swords. Well, you can use any type of weapon, but you can use white magic and black magic.
God, I hope this...
I'm going to increase my white magic in here. And Lycitia can teach me both, I think. Where is she?
But now, I can finally take action with a clear goal. Down with the...
White magic. And I think those are the only two that teach me magic besides Manuela. Lawrence, Catherine teach me how to use bows. Alois teaches me how to use heavy armor, lances and axes, I think. Where is Raphael?
Final, and don't worry, I kind of, but thanks to you.
No. And Lawrence.
Professor, I have written to...
Black magic. Well, I'm going to learn that because black magic is useful too. Okay, finally. Can finish exploring for this week. I think that's it. So you have to instruct your students in here. Well, they're not students anymore. They are like your councilmen, councilwoman, I suppose. I have 6 points of use, so I need to have Shamir increase her writing skills so she can reclass to a bow knight later, because making her a bow knight requires you to increase her writing proficiency since the very moment you get her, because you'll barely be able to do it. But when you do it, she just becomes unstoppable. Like, she becomes a flyer killer with 8 tiles of mobility, which is really good and necessary for this run. Now, Raphael. I need Raphael to increase his fist and axe proficiency so he can reclass to a war master. I'm going to get him the crit plus first, plus 10 crit. It's called the name of the skill. Hilda. She needs to increase her battalion, her flying and access. It's tough to make Hilda increase her authority because she's bad at it. Like, every character has boons and banes to certain proficiencies, and she's bad at authority. She's tough to increase her authority, and you need to increase authority to give your units good battalions. Who else? How's Flame? I need warp on Flame. Leonie, she already has A on. Okay, she can become a paladin. Well, she's a paladin, she's going to stay as a paladin. Claude. Plus 10 crit? Yeah, let's do it. Like, you need to be really careful and finicky of what you're going to do on maddening, especially at the time skip. I should increase Lycitia. Well, like black magic or wave. I don't remember the skill that she gets when she maxes out black magic. And I guess I'm going to improve Leonie or Flame. I don't know if I have warp on Flame. I think I have. Leonie, lances. Now let's go on bows. And the group tasks, I'm going to stable duty to put Shamir in here so she can increase her riding skills, and Lawrence execute. And goals begin training.
I have to.
Let's give it our all.
Yes. Mission.
Okay, they increased their riding proficiency a bit in there.
Now to keep polishing.
Don't really care about this guy. Okay, Flame got Cutting Gale.
Singing.
I'm getting that.
Alright, now I increased my white magic proficiency, and I got white magic spell. Now I have more supports. Well, they are close to be over anyway. Now I have a quest. Two quests I can make on this place. Should I make those quests right now, or if I go proficiency, and I make the quest at the very end? It's not going to be the same. Okay, I'm going to leave them to last.
Professor. Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it. I'm happy now.
This guy is a heavy unit, but
Anything I can do to
he isn't so good.
Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help. We're practically siblings after all. Cut from the same cloth. I was raised by Gerald just as you were. So we should have no trouble getting along. Huh? Did I not mention that? How thoughtless. What an embarrassing gaffe. My parents died when I was small, and I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by, wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire. What was he thinking, huh? No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement. A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character. All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. You never asked him? Well, Gerald hardly seemed to age at all. In fact, over drinks he once told me, perhaps that's a story for another day. At any rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him. Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story. I hope that you understand now why I feel such a strong sense of attachment to you. If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can.
Whew.
Indeed.
too much conversation going on.
Well, I'll let you get back to it. But truly, if I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, finally. Okay, so from now on it's just going to be farming skills now that almost all supports are over. It's just going to be me running around like an idiot, farming the same flying skill to increase my dodge even more, to tank enemies in dangerous maps that are going to come ahead. And where's Cloud?
Hey there, my thanks to a... It's like... And now, you should go...
And after that, I'm going to farm my white magic. I need Marianne and Lysithea for that. Okay, I have 3 stars, which means I have a talent for white magic, which means I'm going to have an increased proficiency rate at white magic from now on. How much renown do I have? Oh, I have enough. Can get the experience plus 5% from this statue, so my units will get extra experience when they kill an enemy.
This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set.
All right.
See you again soon.
Now Lysithea. But wait, no, I shouldn't be doing that. It's better that I use those points this... Well, I don't remember the name, but those points at the top of the screen to increase the... Well, the happiness, morale, whatever it's called, I don't remember. Shamir and Hilda or Claude? It's the same. Oh, damn it, Hilda didn't got a full happiness bar. Raphael. So it's just going to be farming skills and going to eat every time. Marianne. I need Claude and Leonie.
That.
And how are the goals of my units? They're okay, but I guess I can go to Lawrence to learn a bit of black magic.
Professor, I have written.
And what else was I going to do? Well, the inventory. Since I got lots of items from the last map, I'm going to sell most of the stuff I have because, well, of the stuff I got, because I'm not going to need them. And it's to get money too, because money is extremely scarce on maddening. Like, you're going to be forging and buying new weapons every time, so it can get a bit rough on that side.
Will this one do? Many thanks.
Intermediate seal, I don't think I'm going to need him anymore.
Many thanks.
Master seal, dark seal, evasion ring, it's useless.
Many thanks.
Speed ring, it's useless. Hexlock shield, nah, it's useless. Leather shield.
Many thanks.
What else did I just got? I have some curse Aishi, a sword. Nah.
Will this one do? Many thanks. Come back soon.
And I have quite the amount of money. How are my weapons? Claude with his fail note. Well, I'm not going to use the fail note most of the time, but I'm going to need it for the next map, and well, it's going to be very useful, in fact. Vulnerary concoction. This guy doesn't need anything else because he can heal himself. Steel Gauntlets Plus, Iron Killer Knuckles. Hilda has a hammer, the axe she can't use yet, but she's the one that's going to use this axe. Leonie with concoction, iron bow, iron lance, spear of assault, and I need to buy a brave bow for Shamir. I forgot to buy the brave bow before the time skip. You can buy brave weapons at the last before the last mission, so it got a bit rough because I forgot to buy the brave bow. Brave sword, brave lance. I don't really need the brave weapons outside of the brave bow,
Will this one do?
which comes super in handy to kill flyers, especially because Shamir has such a high hit rate. Like, doesn't matter if the brave bow has low hit rate, she will always hit anyway. Training bow, iron bow plus twice. No, give her a concoction. And I'm all set. I'll be using Catherine sometimes, but not too much. I'll use her only in like 2 maps at most. Battalions. There's someone which doesn't. I'm going to be using the Gerald Mercenaries for the rest of the game. Immortal Corpse, Lister Mercenaries. So everyone already has their battalion. I think I'm going to change Lysitia's battalion for. Yeah, I'm going to change it. But her battalion. I'm not going to get it until much later. Her new battalion, I mean. I need like Hilda to get her new battalion, but for that I need to increase her authority first and Shamir too. What's Shamir proficiency, by the way? Authority at C. I need her to get authority at B, so she can use the good battalion. So it's going to be a bit tough. Let's say Zeros Archers. Hit rate, Alliance Snipers. It's the same. She's going to get +3 attack and is it the same? It's maxed out. Okay. Well, at least she gets a bit more endurance on the battalion. I don't remember if the private Victor Private Military increases hit rate. Well, I'm going to play it safe anyway, so I better not change it. And I guess that's it for this week. I'm going to the next week. Oh, I forgot to, damn it. Forgot to increase that extra points on Raphael. Okay. And Shamir. Well, at least Shamir has the full gouge, which is necessary. And Claude. Alright. And well, she doesn't need anything else, so Hilda, I need her to increase her authority really badly. She's close to increase it. And Leonie. And that's it.
We've completed.
I'm good.
Let's see it in action.
Okay, she got break shot and bow progress 3. I should go fight now, but if I go fight, I'm not going to be able to get extra proficiency. Nah, it's better if I just go explore and make the... Ah, damn it. Either way, I won't get the experience boost, but it's better to just increase their stats first. Oh, that's right, I forgot about the stupid seats. Oh, damn it. These seeds, harvesting seeds, harvesting plants sometimes can get you a stat booster, and I forgot to use it, like to farm them these past 2 weeks in game, like these 2 or 3 past chances I got. Well, the usual, going to Manuela and blah blah blah, the same as before.
Professor, 5, the Church of
I'm close to A rank on flying proficiency, but this is the only way I can get flying proficiency because I'm not a flyer, and only flyers can get flying flyer proficiency after each battle.
It's like now you should go.
So close. I need it to be A plus anyway, so it's going to take a few more tries for me to increase my dodge like that. Now the dining hall.
Yep.
And Shamir and Claude, I guess. I'm running out of ingredients because there aren't too many choices. Freaking Claude. Flame. I need Leonie and Raphael. Damn it.
This.
I'm great.
So close. Marianne has full happiness. Flame is the one that doesn't. Well, she almost has it, so I shouldn't waste my ingredients in that. Okay, so it's Leonie, the one that needs an extra flower.
It's not. It's also, of course. So do your
Gifts. I give her whatever flower to increase that motivation. She teaches me bow too, but I need. Well, I'm going to Catherine, so she teaches me how to use swords.
And Lady know that we're. And Lady Ray know that we're.
And that's it. And who else was missing? Claude. And only Claude. Okay.
Hey, thanks to it's. And now you should go.
Give him any flower. And well, I'm going to see this new support. I'm guessing with Leonie. And it's time for some boring conversations. Like her entire characterization is just well, how can I say it?
I'm really sorry.
Well, I better not say that. But her entire characterization is just like praising Gerald, the father of Violet, and she's a great character, if not for that trait.
Let me clear the air. I want us to engage. Yeah, exactly. I know it's a sudden thing to ask, but I'm not going to feel settled until I know where I stand. Would you do that for me?
Taking so much time in these conversations.
Okay? I want to see you at your absolute best. Phew. You got me. I'm completely outmatched. Maybe, but you were definitely stronger. Honestly, that's what I needed to see. You're a true successor to Captain Gerald's style of swordplay. I almost felt like you were him. I thought I was competing with you. But that's as pointless as competing against him would have been. So instead of that, I'm going to focus on keeping the promise I made to him. Captain Gerald said that if anything should happen to him, I'd have to support you in his place. He didn't sound serious at the time, but it was right before he... you know, before we lost him. So, I've decided. I'd like to do just what he said. I know I'm not as strong as I need to be, but I swear to you, I'll train until I am. What do you say? Can I call you my employer? Yes, it's official. I'll protect you no matter what.
Alright, now I have one extra point. I'm going to use it on the training grounds. Like you can hold a small tournament in here, advanced sword tournament. Do I use Catherine or do I use Raphael? So these small tournaments, your units will use base weapons like wooden weapons, but their base stats carry over. So let's see. Catherine has 22 strength, 15 defense, 26 speed. Raphael 23 defense. Doesn't he have the shield, silver shield, which means he has like 27 defense, I think. He doesn't have too much speed. Well, I'm going to risk it. It's very finicky to win this kind of tournaments. But let's see how he fares. Because some of these can be a bit hard.
seen that.
Alright. Round 2, now round 3. Quarterfinals. Alright. There are 5 rounds on this. I'm going to heal him here. You can heal twice between tournaments, between rounds. Okay. It's been easy so far, which means... Okay, yes, the hard one came at the end. The hard enemy doesn't necessarily come at the end, can just be in between matches. Then she got 2 crits. Okay, doesn't matter. Didn't expect to win anyway. At least I got a bit of money, and I increased my professor level, which means I increase my points to do this kind of activities. I think I have everyone already motivated. Everyone I need, I mean, at least. So that means I'll just go... Whoa. I went for the seats, right? Yes. Okay. Instructions. This is a bit tedious, but this is the last tedious part of this run, because now there's going to be barely any supports. I think I played most supports, if not all of them. Who else? Hilda. Need her to increase that proficiency. Okay, got an extra point in there. Alright. Maybe by the next map I can have her with a good battalion this time. Leonie. Okay. Bow proficiency. Yes.
Nope.
And I think I have an extra point or 2 extra points to do this every time, because I leveled up my proficiency, my professor level. Makes this easier. And Marianne with black magic, white magic. I think reaching S rank or by increasing range or her authority. Damn it. I'm going to increase her authority, so she can use the special battalion you get by endgame, which gives you an extra turn to every unit in range. Or am I going to give that one to Flame? No, her authority is bad. No, it's okay to have it on Marianne then. Lawrence. Spares, black magic. Authority? No, not authority.
I am getting I must all.
And black magic and writing and Raphael. And that's it.
Some things you can't.
Alright, bow crit plus 10.
It seems my proficiency.
Okay, I'm getting close. Now I have to combat arts abilities. I'm going to give bow crit plus 10 to Cloud instead of Battalion Desperation. Or okay. I have sword crit plus 10 too, which I'm going to use instead of HP plus 5. Or do I remove bow progress? Nah, that's okay. Let's see, what else do we have here? Dark magic plus range, magic range plus 1, that's useful too. Instead of HP plus 5, I'm going to give her that. Now she has range 1, 5, which is broken. It's broken, by the way. Bow progress, lance breaker. Do I give her bow prowess? Axe prowess, HP plus 5. Nah, that's okay. Leon is fine, and Shamir too. And I have my team all ready. And I'm going to fight, I'm going to complete those quests. Alright, my units, I can use 10, goodbye to Ignatz, and set it. And I'm going to have Shamir and Flynn on my team, which is this, as always. I can use 3 adjutants now. Which are the adjutants I usually use? I'm going to use Catherine to level her up, because adjutants level up with you. So I'm going to use Catherine from now on. I'm going to make Cloud use Setet, and I need someone use Manuela as an adjutant. Lycitia, okay. Maybe Cloud and Setet, no, but Hilda and Setet. This kind of quest skirmishes aren't too hard, so this is just to complete the quest, because you get money if you complete these quests and you get renown. Like, there are 3 archers here. The best way to kill those archers, it's all archers now that I think about it. So maybe the best thing to do here is I'm going to kill one of these. This isn't the best setup in here. Leonie, Lycitia. This is not too hard. I have everything I need. Combat arts, in case I forget. Healing focus, monster crusher, smash, crude shot, smash, spike. Break shot. It's okay, it's okay. I'm going to turn off the animations to make this quickly. Or well, maybe not.
What's my strategy?
Should I use the wood owl or the iron sword? Don't really want to waste the wood owl, but I'm probably going to use it a lot on the next one. I was going to fix it anyway, so whatever. Okay, that didn't went as expected, but
That's another one.
this is basically what Raphael is going to be on every map from now on, except on Super Steroids, because when he reclasses to War Master he gets an extra plus 20 crit. On top of the extra plus 10 crit extra, he's going to get from the A+, from the plus 10 crit he gets when he reaches A+ on Brawling, and well, I have Claw, Shamir, yeah, I think I can risk it. Iron X+, he just needs to hit once. Okay, that did it. And yeah, I think she's okay in here.
At the ready.
Wait, don't those these are archers or snipers? No, okay. Because snipers have vantage, I think, so they can hit first. Training bow, where is it? He doesn't have it. Well, I'm going to use iron bow, normal iron bow.
Sorry, but I must.
And now Shamir. Not perfect, but he's on a tile that grants plus 30 avoidance, so yeah, plus 30 avoidance. On top of the base avoidance they have, 29 plus 30, it makes for 50, almost 60 avoidance. Her hit rate, yeah, okay, that was good. Lycitia.
Let's make this quick.
What's the equipment she has? Accuracy ring? No. One, two, three, 4, 5. Jesus Christ, that's broken.
I've got no time for mercy.
Okay, all I have to do is not enough.
My orders?
Shall we?
And yes, I'm going to kill this guy. You can kill him from here, no problem. He still hits me? Well, I'm going to kill him from here then. Jeez, that range. Guess I'm going to tank some hits on this place. Assist and stance. By warping, Lycitia can get extra experience, which makes cheesing her levels really easy. It just destroyed this guy with a 62 crit rate, 62 critical hit rate. That's the kind of build I went for my Violet. And you leave characters nearby so he can get supports. Depends on which unit it is. It's the supports your unit gets. If he gets increased avoidance, strength, resistance, etc. Let's see. Anyone that's close to level up? Hilda. That's an archer. 1, 2. She can kill him in 1 round. So let's go.
Never let your guard down.
Unless she gets a bad level up, I'm not going to rewind. She got speed, HP, resistance, charm. Well, she got speed. That's not bad, considering this kind of RNG. I wait in here using my special dodge ability. And these 2 guys in here. So I see they are already a warlock. Why does she only has 1 warp? Unless I didn't reclass her by mistake, or... Wait. That's right, she's a warlock. That's the mistake I made. I need to reclass her to... Oof. To Gremory instead. So she can get so she can get extra spells. No one is close to level up here. Lawrence. I see she's going to one-shot him. She's that strong. Damn it. I guess there's no choice. Just going to kill this guy.
No time to slow down.
Our quarrel wasn't personal. Good.
Quite a decent level up, I guess. %1 hit rate. That's the kind of Violet I wanted to build for this run. 1% hit rate on no avoidance tiles, on no special tiles. Who else is close to level up? Well, I mean, guess I should kill these mages myself. I didn't one-shot him really. Or at least I dodged the attack, but...
This could turn the tides.
Killer Knuckles, I guess that's fine. But have to be careful with that little mage.
Sorry it's gotta be like this.
I think Leonie can level up if she kills that this boss. So I'm going to try and kill him first. But I need to use my gambit first. 60% hit rate, really. I'm going to try it with Cloud. Hope they don't die. Oh, that one dies, but that's okay. As long as the other gets weakened. Oh, she didn't level up. Marianne is close to leveling up, but she levels up faster if she uses magic instead, because these enemies are low level.
Going to plan.
Renown increased, and now we are going to the next quest. It's on the beach. Okay, everything is already done. Just need to move my units. She's going to be Lay City and nuking these persons in here, so it doesn't make any difference. I can move and I can one-shot one of them. There's a mage and an archer, which means I need Hilda on this tile. Claude. It's okay.
Let's make this quick.
Well, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to play it safe. Accuracy ring. And 84, really? Let's see how they fare. Okay.
Will not die yet.
They lose plus 20 avoidance too. What's her hit rate? Okay, so that's why.
What's my strategy? It's over. It won't be in vain.
Catherine leveling up, which is it's useful for the final map. And she gets extra hit rate from the Violet support, and there you go. Now Hilda. Going to kill this guy.
Never let your guard down.
And Cloud is going to kill this other one.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
He maxed out his battalion, which gets him increased avoidance, I think, or was it charm? Avoidance and attack. And I guess that's it.
Leave it to me.
My orders? I'll do my best.
Let's clean up.
Shall we?
No, I'm not going to move, huh? Dark spikes.
It's done.
Don't I have a killer bow? No. Not with Cloud, I guess.
Sorry, but I must.
He crit him anyway. Well, that's it. Still not moving.
I will not die yet.
Might as well just kill all of them with Lysithea then.
They said I've got no time for mercy.
Guess I can get that extra experience to Shamir. Curved shot with a training bow, and that's enough damage.
Thinning their numbers.
Finally, huh? Only one move. He thinks he's so smart to trying to attack Shamir.
I will not die yet.
And I guess I'm going to deal with this guy with Raphael with Killer Knuckles.
You're really tough.
I should move my units just in case. The boss hasn't moved yet. This makes it annoying. Okay, well that means I can simply move in here. Well, I guess I could take... no one's close to leveling up. Except this girl, but she can't move too much. Damn it, I'm going to dismount her out of her horse because she's taking too long to traverse through the sand.
How about a curtsy?
All is going to plan.
There's no more enemies. I'm scared of giving the level up to Leonie because she might get a bad level up. But whatever. This guy doesn't have vantage, or does he? Okay, he does. That's the new vantage, but better. Can she take the damage? She can, but my Violet is too strong to use that cheap damage.
Make a difference.
Strength, speed, and luck. Okay, that's good for her. Renown increased. Now it's time for the map.
Everyone listen up. I have a proposal. We're now building our forces in order to rise up against the Imperial Army. But it wouldn't be smart for us to fight under the banner of the Alliance. That would only incite the lords who support the Empire. We've also combined forces with the Knights of Seros. Therefore, I suggest that we operate under a new symbol. That's why I've prepared this. You may recognize it as the Crest of Flames, which resides in Teach, the phantom crest that has reappeared after more than 1,000 years. We're attempting our own miracle, so it seems like a suitable symbol for us. So, until we welcome the dawn of a new age in Fodlan, let's fight to the very end, as one, under the symbol of the Crest of Flames.
Yeah! Oh.
Forget restoring the monastery. You've somehow roped everyone into fighting back against the Empire.
If you recall, I never technically asked anyone to join us. If anything, we have Teach's achievements to thank. Now that you mention it, I guess I should express my gratitude.
Too late for that.
Hey, friend. So this is where you've been. Without you, the Knights never would have joined our cause. I could never pay you back for that. Just leave it to me, Teach. When this fight is over, I plan to see all of my dreams come to fruition. And yours as well. Well, for example, to bust open Fodlan's throat, there's a massive fortress there, which is responsible for protecting the eastern border of the Alliance. I like to think of it as a lid on a bottle. The people of Fodlan only know a small part of the world. Their prejudices are born because they don't know what lies beyond their borders. And the opposite is true too. Those outside of Fodlan don't know about this place. Ignorance breeds discrimination. Whether you look inside the bottle or outside of it, if you really look, all you'll find are people who you can get along with if you only try. That's why I want to bust open that lid, which is keeping us locked inside. Or destroy the bottle entirely. I'll find the right time to bring it up. Even if I talked about it now, it doesn't seem realistic, does it? First, we need to defeat the Empire and restore peace to... Huh?
Professor! Claude! We're under attack!
I guess we'll have to cut our conversation short. What's going on, Leonie?
It's a small group, but some Imperial troops are headed this way. It looks like they were stationed nearby.
I've got to hand it to Edelgard. Nothing gets past that woman. As long as we don't let our guard down, there's no way they can defeat us. This will be our first battle alongside the Knights of Seros. Let's kick off our new partnership with a magnificent victory.
Thank you so much.
Okay, get extra money and renown.
I'm glad I asked you to.
Well, they didn't give me money, but I got renown, which is good. Oh, tons of supports again. And I wanted to reclass Lycetia into a Grammary. Just that I forgot.
Perfect.
And I think she's the only one that can reclass into a master class. I need Lawrence to have writing on A and reason on B+. Which means I should change his goals right now, because writing and black magic. I need Raphael with A on both acts, and Fist to make him a War Master. I need Hilda. She can be a Wyvern. Wait. She can be a Wyvern Lord already. She just needs to hit level 30 to reclass. And those are the only ones that I'm going to reclass. Well, and Shamir too. A Bow Knight. She needs to increase her riding skill. That's the only one that's missing. Okay. Seems good. Quite good enough. Okay, time to save.